First of all, what is the definition of multinational enterprise? CAPES defines that an enterprise that controls and manages production establishments located in at least two countries, and UNCTAD defines that enterprise which owns or controls production or service facilities outside the country in which they are based. And then thinking about Walmart, Walmart is the world's largest company by revenue. Annual sales worth more than $25,000 million in 2015, and it has more than 2 million employees in the world. It is located in more than 15 countries, and each country it controls production and has management system. One of the characteristics of multinational enterprise is that parent company is in one country and foreign affiliates exist in different countries. Walmart has both foreign local supermarket brands and run them as affiliates of it. For example, it runs Asda in UK, Ulco in Canada, and Seiyu in Japan. So obviously, Walmart is a multinational enterprise. And I want to use Bullier framework and identify Walmart's key competitive advantages. Walmart's original operating and distribution systems are seems to be one of the best advantages for Walmart. So think about these systems. Thanks to these systems, Walmart can guarantee its concept that everyday low price and they generate value. Walmart saves an average 3% per item by operating this system called Retail Link Satellite and Computer System. This system controls the entire inventory of all domestic US stores. Both vendors and store managers also can access purchase or sales information. So this system works as efficient communication network and it leads higher productivity. And Walmart's distribution system is said to be most efficient distribution system in the world. Each store is located within a day drive from huge distribution centers. With this system, Walmart can track its inventory directly and deliver items more quickly and efficiently. Secondly, Walmart has spent a large amount of expense on constructing these systems, and they are full of Walmart's expertise. So we can say they have reality and immutability. In addition, these systems are well organized and operated in not only each area in US but also all over the world. In this way, this advantage of Walmart clears all four viewpoints of Bullier framework: value, reality, immutability, and organization. So it must be a key competitive advantage.
Walmart already has a very strong presence in its domestic U.S. market, as it garnered over $200 million in sales in fiscal year 2003, with over thousands of stores nationwide. Also, other firms outside of the U.S. borders, such as British Asda, began to mimic the successful firm's strategies and practices, such as Sam Walton's key principles, employee solidarity, everyday low prices, and other rules and philosophies, establishing Walmart as a global leader in successful discount retailing. During the 90s, Walmart began to cross U.S. borders into other countries, beginning with Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Canada. There was great evidence supporting the positive potential outcomes of going international. Thus, Walmart chose to enter the European market because it saw that it had additional value to its business due to its comparative advantages. And this decision is bolstered by the AAA theory, which states that firms see additional value in their business because of the differences between their operations and those of other firms that give it comparative advantages. In 1997, Walmart decided to go to Germany because its retail market appeared to be a diamond in the dirt, ready to be claimed. Despite some analysts' reservations, other retail analysts praised Walmart for its decision to enter the German market. for they saw this market as underdeveloped and old-fashioned, and the emergence of Walmart in such a market would be revolutionary, as the corporation would bring greater efficiency, lower prices, and more organized systems of stocking. Germany was attractive to many foreign businesses, since first off, Germany is a vast market. In fact, it's the largest economy in Europe, accounting for 15% of the multi-trillion-dollar market. Walmart's international sector saw huge potential in such a country. Lastly, according to the network theory, Walmart has used the successes of its other international developments to make segue into the European market, allowing it to swallow any potential losses but still flourish. Walmart pushed into Germany, given this, and despite other skepticisms and high risks. Ultimately, Walmart's determinants of its competitive advantages are not the same in Germany as they are elsewhere, because Walmart has not been able to achieve these same advantages in Germany as planned. These competitive advantages have been successfully brought to other countries, particularly in the UK with its acquisition of Asda in 1999. However, Walmart faced rather catastrophic results in Germany, as did many other large businesses such as the Gap. Regardless, Walmart tried to look past the risks of opening up business in Germany because it had clear competitive advantages in both of its domestic and foreign markets that its international sector believed would not only work for Germany, but also flourish in its economy. Through an analysis of the VRIO framework, this could be defended. VRIO is an acronym representing value, rarity, imitability, and organization. First, Walmart saw itself as different from other German retailers because of its strategies, supply chains, and organization systems. Through the AAA theory, businesses like Walmart see additional value in their business because of its differences between itself and its competitors. Secondly, Walmart felt that it was rare in such a market, since many retailers seemed underfurbished and underdeveloped. It also was rare because it had techniques that would allow it to drive prices far lower than those of its competitors, pushing them out of the market and giving Walmart more market power and thus competitive advantage. Next, Walmart would be difficult to imitate because of its intricate organization system. Such a complex network and well-organized supply chain management would also make it difficult, if not impossible, for it to be recreated by other firms. Finally, this organization would then decrease internal costs and thus further maximize profits. Simply said, the German branch is not yet profitable because too much emphasis was placed on the VRIO analysis and not enough on the analysis of the German market. Many factors that were imperative to consider were not accounted for enough in Walmart's decision analysis. First and foremost, there were institution-based risks that were severely underestimated that led to problems with zoning laws, pricing regulations, limits on operating hours, and restrictions on store sizes and locations. Since 1977, Germany has had strict zoning laws that forbid the construction of stores with more than 800 cubic meters in order to cluster retail centers together in cities and urban areas where there are a vast amount of both workers and consumers. Further, in order for Walmart to be able to open a store of its usual size, it would need to first get a building use plan from neighboring towns, which would have to be approved by town and city halls. Then, the plan would reach the hands of those in state and national level regional planning boards, which were often stingy in giving out approvals, especially with larger commercial retailers such as Walmart. Also, Walmart's everyday low price selling strategy that serves as almost as an icon for the business did not work in Germany at all. Walmart's promise to refund the product that a competitor would sell for a lower price directly violated Germany's rebate law. According to this law, no retailer could sell a product for more than 5% of its posted price. So this caused many legal issues for Walmart and the German legislature. Germany has also placed competition laws which directly affected Walmart's pricing mechanisms. Lastly, Walmart had more legal issues with labor unions such as ver.di, one of Germany's largest labor unions. Market analysts have demonstrated that in order for foreign businesses to be successful in the German economy, they need time to gain presence in the market and eventually the trust of the German consumer. If Walmart stays and shifts its strategy to a more responsive one rather than a globalized one, then it may just start to go green. Already, its losses are shrinking by the year. Thus, for now, Walmart should focus on perfecting its currently operating retail outlets and not on opening new stores. According to statements made by Menzer, the head of International Walmart, in 2003, the company had no plans to expand further in Germany. This is definitely for the better because expanding would immensely hurt the corporation, which already suffered significant losses in Germany. Opening more stores also could turn off German consumers who want to remain loyal to their own small businesses. It is clear that Walmart is trying to make a presence in the market, consequently earning the German consumers' trust, which is integral to profiting in such a heavily regulated nation. In the meantime, Walmart is dealing with the issues, and it is relying on its large successes from its other international branches, especially British Asda, and its strong presence in the Mexican economy as well. And not to forget, its strong domestic U.S. base. It is not exactly known when, but eventually, Walmart will profit in Germany. Walmart is expert at operating in a deregulated market, whereas the German market is heavily regulated. This forced Walmart into performing in non-traditional ways. Walmart is used to larger stores, setting lower prices, driving out competitors, different operating hours, and less stricter labor regulations, all of which were not possible in Germany. As mentioned earlier, these laws force Walmart to forego many of its competitive advantages in order to abide by the German law. It hopes to stay in the market, though, in order to gain presence so that eventually it will profit. Some would argue that Germany needs to ease up on its zoning laws. These people would think so because if Germany did ease on its legislation, then it would take lots of costs and pressures off of businesses, and the businesses would then be able to flourish easier. More successful businesses typically do help boom economies. This would create jobs and thus elevate living standards.